What's up guys, welcome to Season 1, Episode 4 of the Insane MKWii series. By now I feel like most of you guys should know what this series is about. If you don't know, then be sure to watch the first 3 episodes. But yeah, once again we're playing 16 randomly selected tracks and rating them all. And the first track for this video is going to be Green Plains. Alright, so in the last video our first track was actually a CT Jam winner. Let's see what the first track for this video will be offering right here. Okay, the intro cam isn't really giving away too much yet. Oh, I heard a chain chomp, but we haven't really seen the track yet. We've only seen the skybox. Ooh, this actually looks pretty decent. So let's see how this will play. It seems like there's a chain chomp. Oh, it's right there. I thought it was running on the track, but no, it's actually just in that one position right there. There's 2 pathways right here with some boost panels. Gotta make sure to take the other pathway later. Okay, we're in a little bit of a cave. There's a half pipe. Let's take this pathway now, which seems to be more straight, and in return there's no boost panels here, so wonder how balanced these pathways are. Good thing that blue shell wasn't going for me. Alright, let's now take this half pipe. That's actually pretty cool, but it almost kills you. Oh my gosh. Pretty scary half pipe. But this is actually a pretty cool track. I like this a lot. It's one of those short and sweet tracks. And sometimes those tracks can be some of the best. Overall, I do enjoy the playing style that this track has. Let's see if we can now hit the half pipe in a more favorable spot. Oh, well, I guess we can't hit the half pipe at all. Okay, maybe the half pipe isn't the best, but the rest of the track is actually pretty dang good. So, we're now done with Green Plains, and this track will get a 4-star rating. It's overall just a great, short and sweet track. It doesn't really have the most interesting design, and the half pipe is quite janky, but overall this track is pretty fun, so I feel like 4 stars are deserved for this track. Next in line, track number 2 is going to be Cookie Village. So this right here is actually a former CTGP track that got removed not too long ago. I've always liked this track a fair bit. This was definitely not one that I wanted to be removed. But this also wasn't one of those tracks where I was like really disappointed by its removal. Yeah, overall it's a pretty simple track with some weird design choices like this jump right here. Yeah, I don't know. This track has always been a little unmemorable, but I have always enjoyed playing this one. This track doesn't really have too much going for it though. Oh, nice. We dodged a blue shot with a grand star. I'll take that. But just like Green Plains that we've just played, this is a pretty nice, short and sweet track, you know? So yeah, I feel like this track definitely had deserved to be in CTGP. Its removal wasn't necessary, but I'm not really that bummed out that it got removed since it was rather on the lower side of CTGP tracks. But still, this is a track that I've always enjoyed playing a fair bit. So we're crossing the finish line, and this track is gonna get 4 stars as well. It's kind of similar to Green Plains in the fact that it's a pretty short and sweet track. No pun intended. I overall enjoy the track a fair bit, but it's not really the most interesting. There isn't really anything that stands out, so it can't quite reach 5 stars. We're actually having a pretty good start though. 2 4-star tracks for the first 2 races is pretty lucky. Let's now see if the third track can also hold up to that. So track number 3 will be Beachside Bounce. Is this gonna be a bounce track? I hope so. Bounce tracks are funny, to be honest. Okay, not looking like a bounce track so far. These textures actually seem to be really good. So I'm curious to see how this track will look. Oh, wait, it is a bounce track. Great minimap, by the way. The track actually looks quite nice. Wait, is it a bounce track? I'm so confused. I guess you can choose if you want to play it like a bounce track or not. That is so weird. But it seems like... Oh, wait, you can go back on the mushrooms. Okay, kind of interesting concept right there. So I guess if you're a pro at mushroom bounces, that's probably the way to win, you know? And I like the visuals here. The visuals on this track are quite good. It's 8 laps, by the way. That's the first time I'm pretty sure that I've played an 8-lap track. Okay. Getting back on the mushrooms is quite hard. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Alright, let's try again to get back on the mushrooms. That'll be very nice. Come on. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. How do you get on the mushrooms without getting too much or not enough air? I should probably stop trying that because I need to get back into the top. Oh, we get a bill. That's nice. You know what? We could try one more time. It's fine if we don't get first. Whoa, that was sick. Oh, we're back on the mushrooms. Well, that was jank. Oh, we need to exit now. Well, staying on the mushrooms is also really hard. So this is probably a pretty skill-based track. You need to know what you're doing on the shrooms. Oh, come on. Please give me 30 points still. Okay, I think we should have 30 points. That was such an interesting track. This could actually work really well as a racetrack, but I'm not really sure how well it could work. So I guess I'll give this 3 stars, but maybe it actually has potential for 4 stars. Not really sure. I would have to play this track more than just one time. Pretty interesting, definitely. Up next, for our 4th track, we are going to play Raceway Lakeside. Wait, I think I know this track. I'm 99% sure I played this with Luigi's Story in local multiplayer, and it was lagging like crazy. So let's see how this is gonna play on actual single player. Okay, the intro cam is once again below the track. Pretty common theme so far. Let's see if this is actually the track that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Oh, it's even lagging here. Wow. Oh no, don't tell me it's gonna lag for the entire race. THF, please fix this. Oh no, dude. This is laggy as hell. Well, obviously the lag isn't gonna affect this track in a positive way, unfortunately. So yeah, this will take probably a million years, because it also seems to be quite long and it's 3 laps. I can now confirm that playing in slow-mo is not fun. Regarding the track itself, it's pretty decent so far. The track design is quite simplistic. Look at how slow the timer is going. It's about half speed, I think. Look at how slow the blue shell's traveling. It's so cute. And now we're gonna get hit in slow-mo. There we go. Still flying. Alright. Now we can slowly charge the stance to the mini turbo. There we go. Oh, it's so bad, I swear. I've never been this bored in my entire life. Even Desert Bus is more exciting than this. We're very slowly approaching the end, taking the slowest boost panels in the universe. Holy crap, this actually took about 6 minutes. I was not wrong. So, we are very, very slowly crossing the finish line right here. And yeah, now it's time for the moment of truth. This track will unfortunately be the first track in the entire series to receive 1 star. Now, the track design itself is actually quite decent. It will probably be between 2 and 3 stars. However, the lag unfortunately completely ruins it for me. It's just incredibly boring to a point that it's just not fun at all. So unfortunately, I can't even give it 2 stars. So now our 5th track is going to be Oodles of Noodles. What the heck is that name? Actually. Oh gosh, what is this? Like, actually, what is this? This feels like a CT Jam track. Maybe it is. It doesn't actually look that bad. It actually looks quite good. But I'm just so confused by the theming. Alright, so we have 2 pathways right here at the start. Oh, never mind. One is closed off. Why does it have grumble music? Oh my gosh, this track is confusing me so much right now. I just really don't know where I'm going at the moment. This track is quite confusing. Why is it 4 laps, by the way? That doesn't make much sense to me. Wait, why are we here now? I'm actually so confused. So this track changes some pathways. This is probably a track that could get better the more you play it. But this is definitely not made for newcomers. That's for sure. We're crossing the finish line. There we go. That's it for this track. That was very confusing. I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating with the assumption that this could have a lot of potential when you have more practice at the track. I feel like with enough practice, this could actually be pretty dang good. But from my perspective of playing it for the first time, this was quite confusing. It was interesting though, certainly. Alright, next up, our 6th track for this video is going to be Wii U Mount Wario by TheGamingBram. So I actually know this track. I included this in my retro ranking. So let's head right in there. Yeah, this is a typical GamingBram remake where it is pretty nice actually, but obviously not super optimized. We actually start on top of the mountain, by the way. We don't start in that weird airship thing. But yeah, Mount Wario is for sure one of the strongest tracks in Mario Kart 8. I feel like almost everyone can agree on that. It's not my #1 favorite track in Mario Kart 8, but it is actually pretty close to it. And this remake, honestly, it's not bad. It's actually quite interesting. Now we have this goddamn tree section. I hate this section of Mario Kart 8. It's definitely my least favorite section of the track. But in MKWii, it's easier to avoid the trees because, you know, in MKWii, the controls aren't shit. Oh gosh, that turn section is a little bumpy. Alright, we're now taking these bumps that totally weren't stolen from DK Summit. And now we're heading towards a glider ramp that in Mario Kart Wii isn't a glider ramp for obvious reasons. And now we're done with the track. So, what rating will this track receive? I will give this track a 3-star rating. It's a very, very strong retro track, but the remake isn't the most optimized. It's definitely janky at some parts, and visually it's not that great either. But since it's a strong retro, it does manage to get 3 stars. Next in line line, we are gonna play Unknown Dimension. Okay. Wow, lots of different scenes here. Reminds me of Mansion of Madness. I feel like this is gonna be very interesting. Definitely curious to see how this is gonna play. It's a one-lap track, so in that way, it's kind of similar to Undiscovered Off-Limit. It actually has a speed mod, interestingly enough. Alright, so curious to see what kind of sections we'll have here. Alright, we're taking it around. We got some thromps. Alright, now we get a snowy section with some pokies. Don't really know what the pokies are doing in the snowy section, but okay. The track design is actually quite simple so far. Okay, we get some half pipes. Always a fan of half pipes. Let's take this one too. Alright, it takes you around the turn. That's pretty sick, actually. Oh, gosh. This section is impossible. I guess we probably need to drive around the edges. That's my guess. Most of the track is just straightaways, though. It's not really the most interesting track design. Oh gosh, I'm gonna fall off. Oh, never mind, we're live. So we're now at the last section of the track. I'd say the track length overall is actually pretty good. And now we're on the final straightaway, and then we're finished flying into the black hole, weirdly enough. That was certainly interesting. This track is going to receive 3 stars. It's not really the most interesting, but overall it drives well enough. Though unfortunately, despite the many theme changes, it does feel quite repetitive, simply because many sections of the track are really similar to each other. But you know, at least it's functional. So we now have our last track before the halfway point. We haven't had any 5-star tracks yet, so let's see if that can change now. So next up we will have Desert Badlands. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. I'm liking this visual style. I'm liking the textures. It reminds me a bit of Desert Fort, so I'm curious to see how this is gonna play. Ooh, I think I might know this track based on the minimap. I might actually know this one from a Troy video where he played the Mario Kart Wii Battle Royale mod. At least it's a track that looks similar to this. I'm not sure if it's actually this one. But yeah, overall, this looks quite good, and so far, it's quite functional as well. There's some interesting shortcuts here and there. Yeah, I haven't really found any complaints yet. I feel like people often overlook desert tracks. I personally like desert themes most of the times. Alright, we're now on the final lap. The track is on the shorter side, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Alright, there we go. We're getting blue shell. That's nice. Yeah, pretty interesting. This is definitely a very functional track. I don't really have any complaints about it. In fact, I like it quite a lot. There's also some objects, some interesting shortcuts. Pretty good track. We're now crossing the finish line, and this is going to be the first track of this video to receive a 5-star rating. Although it's borderline between 4 and 5 stars. It's basically like the first 2 tracks that we've played, but it's actually more interesting due to its shortcuts and objects. So for me, this does have enough to receive a 5-star rating. We have now arrived in the second half of this video, and next up we will play Crown Circuit. Alright. This looks interesting. Seems to be a circuit in the shape of 2 crowns, possibly. Guess they're representing Peaches and Daisy's crowns. Yeah, we even have a P and a D on the minimap. So it's an interesting concept. Can we choose which crown we go on? Oh, I guess we can. Wasn't sure for a moment because the precision tracker was being weird. Oh no. Okay, we need to be careful there. It's not really the easiest to see where you're going. Pretty short track, actually. Let's now go on Daisy's crown. I don't think this will be any different. I think both of the crowns are exactly the same beside the textures. And for lap 3, I'm gonna take Daisy's crown again because I prefer Daisy over Peach. And let's hope to not hit the off-road. Okay, that actually worked. I feel like with more practice, this is actually much more functional. I like the objects too. So at the end, this track will receive 3 stars. It's a bit borderline between 2 and 3 stars, but in the end, I feel like this track is interesting enough, and with enough practice, I also feel like this plays well enough. I'm not too sure about the concept that the track basically is 2 different split pathways, but whatever. I'm gonna be generous and give this 3 stars. Our 10th track for this video is going to be Sunshine City. Mario Sunshine based track, question mark? Okay, looking interesting. This could definitely be based on Mario Sunshine, though it doesn't really look exactly like that one. Actually, looking at these walls, I'm reconsidering what I said. I don't think this is based on Mario Sunshine. Alright, minimap looking pretty simple. It seems to be just a simple circuit. Alright, we got a ramp right here. It's pretty cool, actually. This track's actually kind of cool. There's a lot of cool strats here. I'm getting absolutely comboed right now. Oh my gosh. I swear, in every Insane Car Wii episode, we have at least one big combo. Classic Mario Kart Wii right there. But we're actually back in first already, because like everyone gets screwed over by one blue shell, I think. I like the playing style of this track. It's pretty fun, actually. Okay, another blue shell for us. And a POW. And a red shell. And possibly a star. Okay. That almost hit me. That was close. I was preparing for the next huge combo. Damn, this is actually a pretty eventful race. Okay, they're trying to hit me. We're fine so far. Whoa! I got sniped. Got hit by a blue shell too while being in second. Unfortunate. Well, we're most certainly not getting first. I can consider myself lucky that I didn't get start. Wait, are we still getting first? Bruh. That's hilarious. I don't know how I came back from that. This track was actually really enjoyable. I will actually give this 4 stars. It didn't really look the best visually and didn't have the most interesting theme, but there were a lot of cool strats, and overall the track design felt quite interesting and well put together. So yeah, this was actually surprisingly good. Track number 11 for this video is going to be Flooded Rainbow Road. Dude, this is a track by Toadette. I think this is actually his newest track. I've played this track quite a lot of times because Toadette always keeps picking his same tracks whenever we play Insane Kart Wii. Alright, there we go. This right here is Flooded Rainbow Road. This is probably THF's best track, or at least I haven't played any other track by THF that I preferred over this one. And this is also for sure his best looking track. I do like this rainbow texture quite a lot, though the track design is actually a bit confusing at some sections. It requires some practice, which fortunately I do have in this case. Oh gosh, well that sent me off really weirdly. This track definitely has some design flaws, that's for sure. But overall, I find it to be quite enjoyable. I got powered off, thanks. I do like these logic ramps a lot. They feel really good. And I just got target shot. Can you give me a break? Are you kidding me right now? Alright, whatever. Let's continue. This jump right here is really weird. I don't know if it's really necessary to do that. This track is definitely quite difficult, but if you know how to play it, it's pretty good. Oh, we did the logic shortcut. Let's go. Yeah, if you do the logic right there, you don't have to take that top pathway. And that's a pretty cool concept, to be honest. I almost just fell off at that section again, but we're fine. We finished the track. I will give this 4 stars. I know I have experience on the track. I would probably rank this 3 stars if I didn't have any experience, but this track is quite enjoyable and it also stands out because of its playing style. It's pretty darn good. Next in line, track number 12 will be Abandoned Desert. Okay, this could be another track where the intro cam is just black. We've had 2 of those in the last episode. We shall now skip the intro cam because it's infinite. Alright, so this is how the track actually looks. And it looks quite outdated. Oh, these are actually munchers. Interesting. Not what you expect from a track that looks like this. This seems to be quite simplistic overall. Not really sure what these pyramids are supposed to be, but you know, overall this track works so far. This track is quite short actually. Let's end it with style by taking this ramp. That did not work the way I wanted it to work, but that's okay. Ooh, it's thick off-road. Okay, apparently if you drive over the off-road, you skip a lap. Are you serious right now? I don't know, but we're getting last, I guess. That's unfortunate. Well, happens. So at the end of the day, I will give this track 2 stars. It's a very simple track. It doesn't have consistent lap counts. It doesn't have the greatest track design, but you know, overall it still drives fine. So yeah, it's a clear 2-star track for me right here. We're in the final 4 now. Track number 13 is going to be SNES Mario Circuit 3R by ANoob. So it seems like this is gonna be a track edit. We've played 2 versions of Wii Luigi Circuit backwards. Now playing SNES Mario Circuit 3 backwards. Let's see if there's gonna be anything special about this. I have a feeling that there won't be anything special. Maybe they will move some item sets because this track has a pretty weird item structure. This boost panel is still facing the wrong way, so my guess is gonna be that they change absolutely nothing. Yeah, the item sets are in the same place too, so it's pretty simple overall. Overall, however, I would say that SNES Mario Circuit 3 is unfortunately in my lower end of my Mario Kart Wii ranking. Why are the bots driving through the off-road? What are they doing? We're probably not getting first unless Mario messes up, which he did. Let's go. That was insanely close, but we got first, so we'll take it. Alright, this track will get 3 stars. I don't like SNES Mario Circuit 3 that much, unfortunately. If this was a different track from Mario Kart Wii, this would have most likely gotten more than 3 stars. Alright, final 3 tracks. The next one will be N64 Kalimari Desert by ZPL and Jasperr. So, this track has a bunch of different remakes, and honestly, none of them really stand out too much. Like this, for example, looks quite similar to the remake by Sneaky. There isn't really too much of a difference between the two. So my first question right here is, can you go on the train tracks here? On the version by Sneaky, you can't. Or actually, you can, but only for this part right here. Oh, here you can't even go there. But yeah, this is a pretty good remake overall. I do prefer Sneaky's version for one simple reason. You have like those like boulder things, whatever they're called. Kalimari Desert itself isn't that good of a track, unfortunately. Its layout is really simple, which is the case with like most N64 tracks. So we are now approaching the finish line. Oh god, okay, we're fine. That was quite close. So anyway, this track is going to get 4 stars. It's pretty much a perfect remake. However, unfortunately, N64 Kalimari Desert is a weak retro. The track design here is simply too weak for 5 stars. We only have 2 more tracks to go, and we've only had 1 5-star track so far. So let's see if we can add a second or even a third one. So track number 15 is going to be GCN Bowser's Castle by ZPL. We might actually have another 5-star track here. So I haven't played this version before. This is not the version from CGP. In CGP, we currently have the version by Talk. So first off, I'd say this looks quite a bit nicer. I like these textures a lot. What's interesting is they actually use the Bowser object from Bowser's Castle from Wii instead of like the volcanic rocks from Grumble. So the ending section here is going to be a bit different. I wonder how the section with the sharp turns is going to be, because that's definitely my least favorite section of the track. It looks similar so far. Yeah, I don't think it's any different. How hard is the shortcut? I don't really know how hard it is, because in IKW we have brake drifting. How does that still hit me? Damn, this final ramp is quite a bit lower. But I feel like there are too many lava guys at the end. They kind of screwed me up there. I'm also getting comboed once again. But overall, I like this. Though this track is obviously way too long. This track should most definitely be 2 laps. Like 3 laps is way too long on this track, that's for sure. Okay, another blue shell. But the driving here is really excellent. Another blue shell? Dude, there's already been like 5 of these this race. So yeah, driving wise, overall, I'm kind of mixed on this compared to Talk's version. Some parts are more fun to drive and others are less fun to drive, I would say. I prefer the way that Bowser works in Talk's version, but I prefer the stairs in ZPL's version. I prefer the lava guys in Talk's version, but I prefer the final ramp in ZPL's version. Both versions have their ups and downs, definitely. Holy crap, there's so many blues. This might actually be the most blues that I've ever had in a race. Again? Dude, the game is just trying to break a new record right here. Are you actually kidding me right now? How is this even possible? So we're getting close to the end now. Let's see, is there gonna be another blue shell? Oh, yep, absolutely. It's coming. Bruh, this is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen that many blue shells in a single race. I know this track is long, but even on a track like Peaks, I have never seen that many blue shells. Alright, so we are approaching the end. We actually made that somehow without getting hit. So I will give this track 5 stars because it just drives really, really well. Though there are some parts about this track that I do prefer in Talk's version. For example, I like the shortcut being more difficult. I prefer the Bowser. I also prefer the lava guys at the end. I prefer not getting blue 3 million times. Though I don't really blame this track for it. Jokes aside, this is really, really good. This is a great remake and it's definitely worthy of 5 stars. We now have our final track for this video, and that track is going to be Toadette Circuit, another iconic THF track right here. Alright, so we know this track. I've played this one a lot of times. So yeah, interesting that we pretty much got 2 of the most iconic THF tracks here. And this is also, by the way, the very first time that we didn't have a single current CGP track. Oh, we have some lag. It's only very temporary, fortunately. As for this track right here, I like it. It's pretty good. It drives pretty well overall. Let's take this half pipe. Oh, never mind. The half pipe didn't want to be taken. But overall, I like it. This is also one of THF's better tracks. Now it's getting really laggy. Oh, let me dodge that. No! But whatever. We are approaching the finish line now. So this track is going to get 4 stars. It overall has a pretty good track design. And it's functional overall. It's interesting. It's well scaled. It's not really the highest quality though. And it has a few inconsistencies. But you know, it overall still works. So as per usual, now that we've played all the 16 tracks, I'm going to rank them all from the worst to the best. So first off, in 16th, we have the series' first 1-star track. That one being Raceway Lakeside. We've also had exactly one 2-star track, that one being Abandoned Desert at number 15. We've had a total of 6 3-star tracks, those being Unknown Dimension at number 14, Beachside Bounce at number 13, Crown Circuit at number 12, Wii U Mount Wario by TheGamingBram at number 11, SNES Mario Circuit 3R by ANoob at number 10, and Oodles of Noodles at number 9. And this actually means that exactly half of all tracks got at least a 4-star rating, just like last time. So for the 4-star tracks, we have Toadette Circuit at number 8, Green Plains at number 7, Flooded Rainbow Road at number 6, N64 Kalimari Desert by ZPL and Jasperr at number 5, Cookie Village at number 4, and Sunshine City at number 3. Lastly, 2 tracks have received 5 stars in this video, those being GCN Bowser's Castle by ZPL, which I ended up placing in 2nd, and finally Desert Badlands, which in my opinion was the best track of this video. So it's interesting, during the recording I actually didn't have very high expectations for this video. However, However, it turns out while the strongest tracks of this video weren't really that strong, there were only 2 tracks that received 2 or less stars. And overall, there was a very strong middle ground here with a ton of 3 and 4 star tracks. And yeah, that concludes Season 1, Episode 4 of the Insane Kart Wii series. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like and a sub would be much appreciated. You can also join my Discord server if you want. And I hope that you guys are having a very much wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, enjoy Wario on drugs.